Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Annabelle. If it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for tuning in. With me here is
Patricia Ibe.
she's a YouTuber as well, and both of us are here to discuss or to talk to you guys about how to start a business in China. I'm going to be giving you guys tips, tricks, do's and do nots. We'll also be showing on the screen how to use certain apps, how to communicate with your suppliers. So let's get started.
So for those of you that want to start your own business, regardless of what type of business you want to start, today we'll be talking about like the things you need to do and ways to go about starting your own business. Basically, first thing you want to do if you plan on starting your own business would be to have a plan. What type of business do you want to start? When do you intend to start this business? How do you want to market it? The things you actually need for the business, that's where the plan falls in.
So you basically need to write out everything you need, research about that kind of business, and know if that kind of business will move in your location.
Yes.
Because a business that will move in China might not move in Nigeria.
True.
And a business that might move in the States might not move like that in China. So you just have to do all those research. The second tip would be budget. Budget because you don't want to have a low budget for a high scale business. So your budget has to correspond with the business that you're going into.
Just like you're saying, budgeting is really important because, for instance, based on the business also that you want to put out, you need to have a budget to know what you would want a price per item to be like what range you want it to be. Obviously, let's say for instance you want to start selling like lash extensions, and maybe you have a budget of, okay, at the end of everything you want each piece of lash for like cost price and everything, shipping everything all together. So if you want the budget for each piece of the lash extension to be 100 naira, you need to put that down. So it helps you narrow down how to talk to your suppliers. You get, so when you reach out to those suppliers, you tell them, okay, this is my budget for this and this, and then you guys will move forward from there.
For this next step, which is scouting for suppliers, before you start scouting for suppliers, you have to do like 3 basic things. You have to download 3 applications. If you're using an iPhone or an Android phone, you have to download 3 applications. The first, which is
you need to download Taobao. That's the first one. When you're done downloading Taobao, of course you register and all of that. After that, you have to download the translator. And for me personally, I recommend Baidu Translator.
Yeah, me too. I recommend Baidu Translator. We're going to leave everything on the screen. And there's this other translator. The name of the app is just Translator. You can download either of those.
Why I would recommend Baidu Translator is because you can translate pictures.
Yeah.
Most of the suppliers, they don't understand English. So some of them, they have zero knowledge when it comes to English. So when they send you pictures, you'll be able to translate it with Baidu Translator. So it's way easier for you than having to look for somebody to type it out and all of that. You get.
The third application you need to download is WeChat.
Yes.
WeChat is very important for Chinese people. That's like their major social media application.
Yes.
Chinese people they're not frequent with Instagram, WhatsApp, and all Twitter and all that. But like WeChat, literally every Chinese person has a WeChat account. And on WeChat you pay, on WeChat you book flights, you do every single thing. So when you download WeChat, you can get someone to help you register your WeChat.
Yeah, and also verify it.
Yeah. The fourth application you need to download,
I think
Alipay.
Yes.
It's like PayPal. It's just a cash, more of like transactions and everything. That's like the major payment method Chinese people use. Alipay. Moving on to downloading Taobao. When you download the app, you register it, and after registering your profile, after signing up and doing the whole registration, all you need to do is type in English. Some people think you need to type in Chinese for you to find what you are looking for on Taobao, because that site is like typically in Chinese. Everything they write is in Chinese, but you see some sellers that actually write in English as well. You just go to the search part of it and type what you're looking for. Maybe you're into clothes business, you are looking for clothes or shoes, or what other kind of like eyelashes, whatsoever.
You can
Then-
just type in English.
Yes, you just write eyelashes or lash extensions,
Yes.
human hair, and then everything will pop out. When everything pops out, all you need to do is just check different sellers.
And you can also search with pictures.
Yeah, you can also search with pictures, that's true.
Yes.
So you can get a screenshot from maybe Instagram, Pinterest, or wherever. Get a screenshot and then go to your pictures, and it's going to pop out. Like all the sellers that sell that kind of thing in the picture, they all pop out, and you just have to send them a message and chat to them. But the difficult part of this whole starting business in China, when you are not actually in China and you can't actually reach out to them personally, communicating with them in Chinese. This boils down to downloading the translator and WeChat. When you DM the seller, you can just say hello. Every Chinese person literally
Of
knows
course,
hello,
yes.
hello, hello, hello. And then they respond back in probably Chinese or in English.
You know this thing, like sometimes you see a Chinese person that is looking at you and they really want to talk to you, but they are kind of withdrawn.
Because you can't.
Yeah, and then when you make a move and be like, oh ni hao, you'd see that they're actually really friendly.
Yeah, they're really friendly.
So they will now relax and be like, oh ni where is your doing? Something like that, and then you guys start talking.
Basically, you tell them hello and then you respond.
Yeah.
So now you can go to your Baidu app, put the language you're translating to. So you can put English to Chinese, and then you type in English and translate it to Chinese, copy and paste it on the seller's what's it called conversation. Copy and paste it, and then the seller replies. So you copy the seller's reply, go back to the Baidu app, paste it, and you translate from Chinese back to English. So that's how you guys get to communicate. But don't just give them a clue that you don't know how to speak,
because
English.
it might scare them away.
Yeah, it might scare them away, and they might not want to do business with you. Doesn't mean they are racist, but they just feel like you won't understand them well, and they don't want issues since it has to do with business. You either use that, or you can ask the seller if they have a WeChat account or if they can communicate with you through WeChat. So you go to your Baidu app and type it there. Can we chat on WeChat, copy and paste it and send to seller, and the seller will respond back to you. You can collect their WeChat handle, or you give them your WeChat handle, and you guys add each other and communicate on WeChat. Me personally, I prefer WeChat because WeChat has the translator itself. You don't need to copy and paste on Baidu. So you just continue the conversation on WeChat. Long tap it, options will appear on top of the chat. So that way it's way easier to communicate than copying and pasting on Baidu app.
While chatting with the seller, always remember to request for pictures and try as much as possible to be detailed when you're making like inquiries. Ask them specifically like how much. Request for videos, request for as much pictures as you want. Did you get? So there won't be any misunderstanding.
You can even ask them if you can call them on video call, and they should take you around the factory or wherever things are being produced, so that you can see them
for yourself
via video call, not just pictures, because people can steal pictures or steal videos. After deciding on the product you want, try to make them send a sample to you. If you're in China, it's going to be way easier. But if you're not in China, they can still send samples depending on how serious you are. They won't just send samples if they feel like you're not serious.
I'll also say this, most of the suppliers, right, because I do a lot when it comes to like business, they'll request you pay a certain amount for sample. When you get the sample and then you're okay with the whatever you requested for, but when you're making like the bulk order, almost all of them get to refund you the money you paid for your sample. Do you get me? So if you request for a sample, requesting for sample, you can send sample for free, but paying is some sort of commitment. You get, so they'll know that you're actually serious. Because I mean, if they keep sending free samples to everybody that make inquiry, it's not really proper.
So after requesting for sample, you move to payment. Most of them do their payments via Alipay. Some of them accept PayPal, while some of them can accept. Do they accept Western Union?
Yeah, a lot of them accept Western Union. A lot of them accept Western Union. Also, you can make direct transfer to them with USD. You can pay directly to their Chinese account. Wherever you are. So you just request for their Chinese account and then you take it to the bank. They'll pay the equivalent of whatever in there, and then they'll make the direct transfer.
After paying and sorting out everything, just make sure you keep your chats like Don't clear your chat.
Yes, it's always good to leave your chat history
in case of any
references and all of that.
whatsoever. You have proof of payment and everything. After payment, you discuss your shipping plan and however you want to ship. So that one will be in another video if you guys request for it.
So if you'd want to know how to ship and do like mini importations to wherever you are, then you have to leave a comment in the comment section and we'll be glad to make the video for you guys.
We've come to the end of this video, guys. If you like videos like this, and don't forget to follow her on Instagram and follow me on Instagram as well. I'm going to leave our Instagram handles. And don't forget to subscribe to her YouTube channel.
Please subscribe to my channel.
She makes really interesting content as well. See you in my next video.
Bye.